The most celebrated of all of the historical buildings in Telluride, Colorado would have to be the Sheridan Hotel, Sheridan Saloon, and Sheridan Opera House. The hotel was constructed by the Segerberg brothers, who were Swedish immigrants who came to Telluride to get rich quick, they thought, but they, turns out, couldn't make much money mining, so they turned their attention to Telluride's first hotel, the Sheridan Hotel, and they also opened the Sheridan Saloon in 1895. There was a devastating fire 3 years later in 1898. It burned most of the second story down, and the Segerberg brothers decided to rebuild that same year, 1898. They were successful in adding a third story, and in that year they changed the name to the new Sheridan Hotel. The woodwork inside the saloon is original from 1895. It was constructed by artisans in Tyrol, Austria, disassembled, put on a boat, and shipped to the East Coast, put on a train, and then trucked on the back of a mule to Telluride, where it was reassembled as the Sheridan Saloon. It's been a saloon, except for the Prohibition years, ever since 1895. And apparently even during the Prohibition years, people used to have an alcoholic drink there because there's only one way in and the same road out. So it was easy for spies to alert people that the revenuers were coming. And as rumor has it, by the time the revenuers got here to the Sheridan Saloon, they couldn't even get a strong cup of tea. Just after the turn of the century, the Segerberg brothers decided to complement their hotel and saloon by building an opera house, much to the dismay and disgust of the local blue-collar mining stock in Telluride, who poo-pooed it and said, please, Telluride, Colorado does not need an opera house. The Segerberg brothers did not listen to the miners. They went ahead and built the fine Sheridan Opera House. I don't think too many operas were ever performed here, and certainly not too many miners, self-respecting miners, ever set foot in the Opera House. Some of the early performers that graced the stage here in the teens and 20s were part of a traveling vaudeville show that came to Colorado in the summers. People like Lillian Gish, Sarah Bernhardt, and Sarah Russell used to come to the stage here at the Opera House. In recent years, more modern times, people like Mel Gibson, James Taylor, Sean Colvin, Brian Dennehy, and Carol Burnett have graced the stage here at the Opera House. It was built as a performing arts center by the Segerberg brothers in 1913 and still today used as a performing arts center, used about 25 nights out of each month.